To load your file, just go on the file and choose open file. You see I have multiple videos on here. Just select one. All right. And you see it's loading all the frames. You need to just wait for it until it's done. Now it's done. You need to choose the frames that you want to study. Okay, you can see that I'm moving the black arrow there, right? Just move it to the right frame that you want to study. I'm moving it forward because all these frames are garbage and we don't need them, right? So here would be my initial frame right here. Okay, now you need to move, I will move it back to where the whole ball is visible in this motion. You can move the frames one by one by clicking there. Now this is what I'm looking for. You see the whole ball is out of my hand and you can all the ball is visible. Now for the last frame, I also want to choose the frame that the motion ends. Okay, now moving to next part, we want to see how to set the length scale. Now I need to go on this item on here and select calibration stick. Once you do that, hold the shift button and left click on one side and the other side. That's the length scale. Okay, now you want to set it to the largest possible value. So I'm going to zoom in by 400% and adjust the position. I do it once to this side and now I'm going to zoom out and do it on the other side. This is really important because it will really affect the accuracy of your results. Now you need to set that number to the correct value, which is 0.9 meters in this case. Now if you want to change the color of this scale, you can easily do that by going onto calibration stick and selecting color. You can see you can choose any color. Now I want to show you how to track the object. Again, we want to move to the first frame and now click on create and point mass and then right click on mass A, go on auto tracker. Right, so you see these options on here. So I'm going to put the evolution rate here to the smallest value of 5% and auto mark to 10. Now you want to select the object, hold the shift and control buttons and left click on the object. This is how it works. Now you want to make sure you choose the right size and right frame. Okay, now you need to zoom in on here, so I'm gonna do that 400%. You can see the ball. You want to make that circle as large as possible as it includes all the ball. You don't want to have the background in that circle. Okay, just the ball itself. And I'm gonna move it around. Okay, that looks good. You can see that at the center, I will put this right at the center. This will record the motion at the center of the ball. So it's better to be at the center. Now I'm gonna zoom out, and the other line region is the region that the tracker will search for the ball. I'm gonna make it a small and to the left side of the ball. Now if you click on search, it will start recording the motion. You can see that it's tracking the object at every frame. Now, sometimes you have multiple objects, right? In this case, for this lab, you have 2 balls. So I'm going to add another mass, another point mass, mass B. I'm going to do the same things. I'm going to go on auto tracker. Settings is the same as for mass A, right? Now just shift, control, and left click on the second object. And zoom in again and select a region that includes the whole ball, same as mass A. So you see, it's similar to that. Even if you have multiple objects, you just need to do the same analysis. And make sure you include all the ball and you track the center. Now, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to zoom out and then move to the first frame and then start tracking the object. You can see that it is at the same time that the first object is tracking, the second object is being tracked. So this is how you can track multiple objects. You can see on the right, I have this graph of position of mass B. You can change it to mass A. You can also have them together. If you click on compare, you can see that I have both objects, position of both objects in one graph, which makes sense. So you can see on the right side, bottom right corner, you have a table. Now we want to have position and velocity in both vertical and horizontal direction. Now you want to save those files, go on export and click on data file and select all cells. Now you can see it's recording all the data for mass B. Just choose a name and save it. You could have done that for even mass A. So you choose mass A, you can then add extra columns to it and then save it the same way. Go on export, data file, and all cells, and you're done. So no matter how many objects you have, you can save the data for each one this way. And if I open the file, this is how it looks like. You see, in each column you have different data. One is for time, the other for position and velocity. Now, if you want to save the whole project, how to do that? You go on File, you click on Save Project As, and you don't need to change any of these options. Just go ahead and hit Save As. And then you see the format would be TRZ. It's important to save it in this format. And then you can later open it with the tracker, okay?